Now, this drug is to be administered at 25 milligram per kilogram daily in 6-hourly doses. So this quantity we have here, 25 milligram per every kilogram, is the full daily quantity of drug that is going to be divided in 6-hourly doses. The patient weighs 75 kilograms. So the first thing we need to do for the first question, which asks what is the total daily dose your patient will receive, is simply determine how much that person weighing 75 kilograms needs to receive. So all we need to do is basically multiply the weight of the patient by the 25 milligram per kilogram. As soon as we do 75 times 25, we get 1,875 milligrams. Because we are using the 25 milligram per kilogram daily, it means this is for the full day daily, which answers our first question. The second question says, what is the 6-hourly dose the patient will receive? Well, this 1,875 milligrams is for the full day. This is not the 6-hourly dose that the patient will receive, not the single dose. So we need to understand what 6-hourly doses mean. Every time we see 6-hourly or every 6 hours, we need to check how many lots of those go into 24. So we divide 24 by 6 and get 4. It means 4 times a day. So this quantity here, 1875, which is the full day's quantity of drug, has to be divided in 4 equal parts, so we discover how much each dose that we give every 6 hours will be. So divide that answer by 4 and we get 468.75 milligrams per dose, or you could even say per 6 hourly, because each dose is going to be given every 6 hours. Now the rounding here, if you decided you would round, because this is a big quantity, 468.75, if you decided you couldn't measure it and you wanted to round it, maybe you would round, if you round it to 1 decimal place, the answer would be 468.8, because that 5 is telling us to round up milligrams per dose. I think we would even be happy here to round it to a whole number. So if we decided to round this to a whole number, we would say breaking line is now not after the 7 anymore, but straight after the 8 at the decimal point. So this answer could only be 468 or 469. Because that 7 is greater than 5, we will say we round up. So final answer, 469 milligram per dose, or every 6 hours. The last question talks about the volume now, which refers to the 6-hourly dose. So what volume will the patient receive 6-hourly if the drug is available in strength of 0.62 grams per 300 mils? So let's get this space here. First thing, the drug is given in grams per mil, but the quantity we just calculated in part B, which is the 6-hourly dose, is in milligrams. So we better change this 0.62 grams into milligrams as well. From gram to milligram, we have to multiply the quantity by 1,000, 100,000, or move our decimal point, 3 places to the right. So what do we get? 620 milligrams. So instead now of writing 0.62 grams, we are actually saying 620 milligrams per 300 mils. That is our half. We have the two quantities, the concentration of the drug. So if we are using the formula, we will say 1/2 times the volume, or the third quantity. We want to give to the patient, and here is one detail we need to be careful with. Let's not use the rounded answer. We'll use the answer that is not rounded, so we have more accuracy. The patient will need 468.75, let's write the milligrams there, every 6 hours. And we have, well, we need to use the milligrams here, so we're going to use that part of the half, 620 milligrams. So we've used the want, the half, so now all we need to do is multiply this by the third quantity, which is the 300 mils. The milligrams cancel out, and we have to do the calculation. So the purple 468.75 divided by 620 multiplied by 300. This will give us 226.8145. So we have lots of digits here, but we won't keep them all. We will probably round this to 1 decimal place, which is breaking after the 8. 1 is very low, so that is not gonna round our number up. We're gonna leave it as 226.8. What's the unit here? Well, the only unit left was mils, so that's the volume in milliliters. For the same question, if you wanted to use the box method, it would be totally fine, of course. Get the half inside, the 620 milligrams already converted in 300 mils, but use that same not rounded quantity of drug the patient requires 6-hourly. So we're not using the full day's quantity, because the question here said how much is the patient going to receive 6-hourly. Same as before. So what we see here is 620 going down, not to a half, so more. If we halved 620, it would be 310. It's more than that. It would be the same here. Half of 300 is 150, so it will be more than that. So maybe we are expecting 200 and something. Do the multiplication of the elements in the main diagonal. 300 mils times 468.75, and divide by the third number, the 620 milligrams. So we do the calculation and we get exactly the same answer as before, 226.8 mils rounded to 1 decimal place. So this is the more sensible rounding. We don't need all those decimal places after the point.